Hey guys, my name's Caleb, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a complete beginner's guide and overview to Enzyme Finance, or as it was previously referred to as Melon Finance. Okay, the ticker symbol is MLN, and it is currently, as of recording this video, June 8th, it is trading at $128. Okay, and if you could see here, we've seen a really big spike in price and volume. Down here, you can see the volume just in the last day, and that is due to this tweet right here. So Coinbase Pro said that announced that starting today, inbound transfers for GTC, which is the GitHub coin, Melon or Enzyme Finance, and AMP are now available in the trading regions where it's supported. So they do these announcements every other Tuesday, basically. And on this channel, I talked about quite a bit how that Melon was going to be announced pretty soon. I didn't know the exact date, but I knew that Melon was going to be listed on Coinbase pretty soon, and that's exactly what's happened. So on Thursday, June 10th, if liquidity conditions are met, we are going to see a very large spike, even more than this, because all of the millions of people who are on Coinbase are now going to be able to trade the ticker symbol MLN. So this video is to kind of give you a guide before all of the, hype comes out and everybody starts FOMOing into Enzyme. I'm going to give you an early access guide into what this is, just for beginners, okay? So if you guys are new to the channel, my name's Caleb, and I do in-depth videos about upcoming cryptocurrencies, and basically I bring all that information in a quick and fun way, overview them to you. So if that kind of sounds fun and you want to stay along for that journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on all the latest developments. And then the last thing before we get into all of this is I want to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. So anything I say or talk about in this video are my opinions, and don't take it as financial advice. So without further ado, yes, this is coming. A lot of people are very excited. As you can see, Thursday, June 10th is a big day. And as always, we've talked about this over and over on the channel. Right before, the announcement gets here, people sell the news, it dips down, and then typically, once volume kind of rises up, we see people get really excited for that June 10th date, and we see the price go up. Now, obviously, this depends on how the entire market plays out. Right now, we're in the middle of a big sell-off for Bitcoin and Ethereum, so it's going to act a little bit different, but let's get into Enzyme. So Enzyme Finance is an on-chain asset management system. So if you guys are familiar with Cathie Wood or any of your favorite ETFs, those are basically just assets under management. And normally through the traditional finance sector, you have to go through a lot of legal and loopholes to and deal with a bunch of paperwork and entities to be able to run asset management corporations or funds for people. And so this is a revolutionary product, a DeFi product, where people can set up their own asset management fund, like you and I could go do it today on the app, and people can enroll their funds under my management, and they can, I can set up whatever fee I want to do, or something like that. And the cool thing is that you have complete control over your assets. So unlike if I invested into, let's say Cathie Wood's ARK for whatever reason, she has control of my assets, and I'm kind of trusting her for that. Now, the cool thing with smart contracts, and there's a lot behind the scenes of this, I don't know the entire details of it, but they're claiming that you control the custody of your own assets the entire time. So your money goes where you want, whenever you want, and you can buy or sell, and there's complete transparency on the blockchain. But you don't have to go through all the legal fees and loopholes and regulatory services. You can just have assets under management, just like this. So you can see here, this is the, once you go into the app, you can see the leaderboard. This is the #1 asset under management, over $10 million in this asset fund, created by, or this is what it is, USF Fund. You can see who created the fund. Everything's transparent on here, how many people are in there, the rule set, what the fees are for this. You can even see all the stats, how it performed each month, which ones are in there, what kind of financial history they have and what their goal is. Maybe they're, a smart contract only sector, and there's all kinds of different things. You can create an asset management that you are specifically, wanting to do yield farming, and you're doing stuff with that, or a DeFi sector where you're only in the top DeFi coins, whatever it is. And you as a user, let's say you don't want to use this to become an asset manager. You want to use this as a user to, find the best place to earn, good yields on your coin. You could go in here and do some research, figure out which one you feel like is the best one and the one you feel most personally attached to, and you can invest right then and there. You can see the rule set, the since inception, how well it's been doing. Obviously, some of these are in the red because we're in a big sell-off right now, but it's really cool. This is something that DeFi really needed, and this Enzyme Finance is here to solve that problem. So I want to show you really quick an overview of Enzyme Finance. So Enzyme Finance is an open source protocol that enables the setup and management of pooled digital assets on chain by automating the back and middle office process through the use of smart contracts. Melon, or it's Enzyme now, previously Melon, enables asset managers and fund sponsors to create their own tokenized investment vehicles. So it's very cool. This was actually started in pretty much just like Aave in Switzerland. So Melon AG was founded in July 2016 as a privately owned company in Zug, Switzerland. And I'm going to show you really quick. This is the brainchild of Mona El Issa. I like that name. I don't know if that's her real name, but that's pretty cool. She's the CEO and founder of Avant-Garde Finance, which is the company that controls Enzyme Finance, or at least founded it. So that's pretty cool. And then her co-founder, before I get into her Twitter here, her co-founder and the CTO, or former CTO, was Jenna Zhang. So really cool that we're seeing some women start up these companies in DeFi. I think that's really awesome. So Mona El Issa is the founder. She's still the person heading up Melon Finance. One thing I do want to point out really quick here is, if you notice here, so she's on this interview with Vitalik talking about Enzyme Finance, okay, and the importance of this type of innovation in blockchain, okay? But I also want to show you, let me see if I can even find it here. Let me go back to the overview here. This is on Masari, by the way. It's really cool. I can link this down below, but you can also go to Masari and search up Enzyme Finance. I highly recommend you overview the entire company here. You can see all their official links, all that fun stuff, okay? But one thing I thought was really interesting was, if you look at this is Mona El Issa and Jenna Zhang right here. But as part of their advisors is Gavin Wood. So obviously Gavin Wood and Vitalik Buterin are the two main Ethereum founders, and they're very close friends. Obviously the biggest people in Ethereum, and they're both very close to this project. So it's a no-brainer of why it's getting so much attention, because it is a really big, even though it's not very popular right now, you don't see a lot of people starting up their own assets for digital spaces, and not a lot of investors wanting to put their money into these pooled vehicles. But over time, whenever blockchain technology and Ethereum become more popular, this type of tokenomic project is going to be really, really important. So speaking of tokenomics, let's dive into the tokenomics. Recently, so the old structure involves, well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit backwards here. First of all, let's go to what the current supply is, because that's one of the main things you need to look at whenever you're thinking about investing into a project. Because if they're just inflating this thing to the moon, you don't want to, as an investor, invest in something that they're just going to keep printing out, right? Like the US dollar currently today. So the current circulating supply is 1.7 million Melon tokens, or Enzyme Finance tokens. So that brings us to a current market cap of $158 million, which is actually a pretty small market cap. Is rank 151 as of today, as of recording this video. And the fully diluted market cap is 233 million. Now that's actually planned to change here pretty soon. Oh, and you can see 25 million total value locked under those asset pools. Okay, so previously, you can look on here. This is MIP7, so the Melon iteration proposal 7 under Melonomics. This was proposed by one of the co-founders of Melon here. MIP7 is a proposal to change the tokenomics. Okay, so basically they had a mint and burn model before, where basically every year a set amount of 300,600 tokens are issued and primarily go to compensate mainnetters, basically kind of similar to the way that most staking models go, that, you know, there's 300,000 minted every year, and that goes towards the team and the development to further the whole protocol as a whole. But this current one that they're doing changes that from being 300 issued every year. Basically, there's obviously a couple more iterations in here other than just that, but the main proposal under this is that instead of it being a constant 300,000 every year, it's going to gradually decrease. Okay, so 300,000 the first year, then by 2021 it goes down. I think it's 20% every year. Let me see if I can find that really quick. The motivation, I know it says it somewhere in here, but I'm blind. But you can go in here and read it yourself. Basically, this is what it is. This is the main thing you need to know. Over the course of the next 30 years, this is just 20 years. It's just going to go all the way down. So as a investor, this is something you really want to see, because it's not going to just be inflated to the moon. This proposal, which I haven't seen whether or not it has passed or not, according to, you know, what I've been able to see, it wasn't fully voted in yet, but it's very interesting to see, especially as it gains popularity, if a lot of the investors are going to vote on this type of tokenomics schedule. So I think that's really awesome. You can also look at, this is the most up-to-date in October 2020, the Melon tokenomic MIP7 that we were just talking about, the biggest update since then. Okay, and you can kind of read in here exactly what it does. The removal of the setup fee. Basically, before there was a setup fee for people who wanted to set up their own, asset pool. Now they've taken that away so that people can just set up and create better, products for users. And then the users are the ones that pay the fees. Even though that doesn't sound that cool, especially for us as users, but it's more rewarding for the people who create these asset pools to create really good products for us to use. And we're going to pay them for that because they deserve to get paid for that, the creators. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys investing in Melon? Do you guys think that as soon as this hits Coinbase Pro, I think they have over 60 million users. Do you think that the volume is going to absolutely skyrocket? Well, I think that's for sure. I think for sure we're going to see a lot more eyes get onto this volume chart here on the bottom. I think we're going to see a really big spike here. Nothing's guaranteed. We're always obviously going to kind of wait and see what Bitcoin and Ethereum do. But I'm very interested to see, as a lot of people start to find out about Enzyme Finance and kind of what this is and how, needed it is in the space of DeFi and blockchain. I'm very curious to see how the Coinbase Pro users are going to adapt or adopt this type of project. So let me know what you guys think. What is your estimate and prediction for Enzyme over the next couple weeks? I'll do an update video and see. Maybe we'll be looking back at this $128 opportunity and saying, man, why didn't we buy some more Melon tokens? But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys have not already. Thank you very much. And let me know also what you guys want to see next. What token you would like me to make another video on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.